Hi, everybody. We've recovered our sanity now, just in time for the grueling terror that is.
Did we though?
I got a shotgun, so I can say I got my sanity back if I damn well won. Who's gonna fight me?
Our sanity is not included though.
Stay down. Say I'm sane.
No.
I'll accept your silence as reaffirmation of my sanity.
Nope.
Alright, so. What of your friend Ted?
Fuck Ted.
That's what I thought.
For the longest time when playing this game, I figured those windows were going to be broken eventually, and sure enough, the hunters will come to fulfill my jump scare desires.
Speaking of breaking windows, I will admit, I am playing Village right now to do some challenges, one of which is to break every single fucking window in the castle.
Oh, there's a zombie.
That's a challenge to just shoot.
Meanwhile, the
everyone.
architect is just in their grave, gritting their teeth at the sight of someone busting up all the windows they worked so hard installing.
You know, I know this
remember,
is...
blue and yellow, not blue and red.
Yeah, again, this is one of those slight whammies they pulled on you for the remake. But I was gonna say, wouldn't it be some shit if that entire fucking village was all a byproduct of George Trevor's company?
We went global. Oh, look, Parasol. Wonder what that's reference to. And we got our first disc.
Ooh, Mo disc.
I'm sure these aren't important for anything. But I will throw this out there and say that in the grand scheme of things of the plot, it does still feel like kind of a gut punch move to put one of the very important Mo discs in the mansion away from all the other ones that you would normally be looking for. Excuse me, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's what makes it so ingenious, I think.
I mean, it's one of those things you're likely going to do along the way anyway, so that's not the worst thing in the world. I would say it's more so a problem when you just up and forget, like, they leave, I don't know, there's like a more out-of-the-way room you probably never thought to go back to at any point in time that they would hide
like if it was unassuming and like, oh, like you have to do this puzzle and then if you go back, then the desk drawer will miraculously be unlocked or something.
Wait, what was that, Whisker? I have to go back to the guardhouse? What for?
I do like that all the puzzles, like, in a Resident Evil game are self-contained to themselves. Like,
and they don't get too, taxing with the exception of maybe, well... Okay, I shouldn't even be saying that, because well, as I've already mentioned earlier, I just up and gave up on the classic stuff, and we're going to move on to the rail shooters just to cover the other games.
Oh, yeah. Also, this room always disorients me like it does in Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah, because we're in the mirror room right now.
Yeah.
There's something somewhat amusing just seeing the freaking knife stuck to his head. Yet he's still up and fighting.
Can you get that for me? No, I'm not actually going to because that would be a waste of my resources.
Oh, come on.
Anyway.
Chris, it itches.
Also, I succeeded.
So, for now, we're going to do a little puzzle.
I got all the fucking windows. Goddamn that challenge.
You did it. You're doing while we're doing it. How rude, but very impressive.
I mean, it is on the same topic, so I'll give him that much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's more frustrating than busting up all those windows? Seeing some jerk busting up all the windows I worked so hard putting up. I mean, good God, man, do you think windows grow on trees?
Sorry, Demetrius.
Yeah. And if you're wondering why I'm doing all this, it's actually for a very important relic. Unfortunately, there's a little leeway. They're not like, crazy about it. We got a brooch. Oh.
In this day and age, they would call that a USB dongle.
It would be. But yeah, for now it's our emblem key, which unlocks a mighty one door in the game.
To be fair, in Resident Evil 2 Remake, there is a USB dongle.
That's shaped like the RPD badge.
Yep.
Yeah, it's gonna grab
or as Allie would insist them to be called, goobers.
Actually, can somebody really quick do me a quick favor and let me know when USB drives actually came into existence? Like,
looking up now, invention of the USB.
Okay.
Oh, also we came back here, but notice what you're about to hear though, because as we go, also 1994, as we go inside this area here.
Hello.
Rebecca.
I mean, you have a 50-50 shot of if that was Rebecca and the only other girl we know. So let's go upstairs and save her.
You are on a very short time limit, and actually, this is remnant of a scenario that could happen if Chris decided not to take Rebecca with him.
Oh yeah, in the original.
Yeah, the original was optional. Here, it's mandatory.
Because right now she is about to be stricken down by a hunter if we don't run up there. I want to say Sorry about that. I want to say there's some leniency, but it's definitely like if your next move is not to beeline somewhere upstairs directly above it, so you have to look at the map to tell that it's the office study we're going to, then chances are grim for her. So we go through here, and we'll trigger our next sequence. And yeah, it was invented by a Ajay Bhatt from Intel.
And what year?
1994. I said.
Oh, 1994. Okay, sorry.
But unfortunately, as she tries to clamber and tug at the door, it does not open. But fortunately, we distract him just in time. Whoa! Hey, so nice.
And back off from Becky.
They do gymnastics outside.
Back off, bitch.
Learn to respect your women.
I will say with RE0, like in most people's minds by this point, I mean, okay, granted, it's not too bad considering you could argue by this point, like she's been seriously sleep deprived, but. Otherwise, considering all the shit she does in that game, it kind of makes this seem a little bit like a wuss move.
A little. Also this part here, where I have to be the the bearer of bad news to tell her. Oh, by the way, Rebecca, it was a push door.
Oh, devil,
not a pull door. Not a pull door.
Crispy.
It wasn't locked. Like it wasn't locked. What was shit? Anyway, so yeah, we saved her. So, congrats.
Hey, don't
officially,
push it,
you've
man.
now. So as of this moment, you are now one step closer to ensuring she survives to the end, because they are going to still throw one more curveball to be careful with her. But yeah, as for now, she's safe for a good chunk of this game now. So let's get back to what we were doing. Important things.
Oh yeah, where were we?
Eluding someone's office, but we can't see a damn thing. Turn it on. There we go.
And then there's a
I
monster.
think
It's amazing.
no.
You know, it's amazing. You know, it truly is amazing that there's still power in this freaking mansion, considering that, by and large, shouldn't this place more or less be abandoned?
It should be. And also hype, you say that now. I just freaking imagine like you turn on and then just in the chair is a hunter with glasses going, I've been expecting you.
So let's talk about your references real quick.
Honestly, now I'm just thinking about that really smart gremlin from the second Gremlins movie.
Oh yeah, the one voiced by it wasn't freaking Frank Sinatra, but didn't he sing a Frank Sinatra song?
Maybe I think it was Kelsey Grammer.
Whoever sang New York, New York was the guy.
What?
Or the guy sang New York.
What's being discussed here again?
The smart gremlin from Gremlins 2, the new
I'm
batch.
checking who it was. I think it was Kelsey Grammer who voiced that one.
Makes sense. It was a nice deep voice. Anyway, so we're going past where we got the shield, the armor key to take the helmet key to take us into the library, where we're going to hopefully find one of the two last big MacGuffins we need to move forward out of this place. But we must be cautious.
Because
An old friend has returned.
bring on the snake.
Tony Randall.
Tony Randall.
Oh my.
I thought his name was Yawn.
Well, that's okay because I brought that's okay because I brought the Python with me.
You're right, it is. But I forget if they outright changed it to a different Magnum thing entirely, or for this still called Python.
Was the Python usually the revolver, Matt, or was it a different gun? You're the gun expert from Red Dead.
There are multiple revolvers in the Red Dead series.
Oh, jeez.
The Colt Python is its own kind of beast.
Where you going, beautiful?
Oh boy.
Jeez, come on. I think that bullet must have missed. Curse you, freaking auto aiming of this tank control.
To get, sweetie.
This is why this is also part of a reason why and I'll agree with James. This is also part of a reason why I prefer Resident Evil 2 and 3 the remakes, because you have more proper aiming.
Yeah.
And the camera's not quite as herky jerk.
I mean, it could be a little herky jerk here, as seen here, but is there ever? I think this game would probably arguably be the last good game that I think pulled off Resident Evil tank controls. Oh, forgot to read.
There's still Oni. There's still Onimusha's 1 and 2. And those are still solid games.
To be fair.
Oh, that's right. And I guess Devil May Cry 3 tank camera or
slightly, but there is a game that actually does have tank controls. Logan, Resident Evil 4.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry. I meant the fixed camera perspective, I guess I should say.
Yeah, then this might be the last. Blah, I can't talk. The RAS.
So, in a weird batch of contrivances. We shoot the snake hits the bookshelf, the mouse gets the cookie, and we get ourselves one of the big MacGuffins.
Yay.
Eagle of South, Wolf of North book.
Yeah, they got rid of the East and West, which is so unfortunate because it was alliteration, damn it.
Yeah, I'm also
East,
wondering
Wolf,
why
and
they
West,
changed.
and-
Why of all things did they change that?
East of West.
I don't know.
East of West, South of South, Wolf of Wall Street, you know.
And I was gonna say, there's not even like a puzzle attached to it. Spoilers. When we get around to using this and the Eagle medal, which we gotta find, there is no like vagueness or like, oh, did you remember the title of the book? You gotta make sure you're on the north side of the fountain. No, it is very obviously put the Eagle one here, put the Wolf one here. So why even make that distinction? Like there's no whammy even to be had.
It's literally the most arbitrary change they made in the remake.
Yeah.
But they gotta be different. Says Hype.
Huh?
I don't know. Sorry, I was just giving you a hard time at that point. You're fine. So we're heading back now because we have some goodies to be headed. Oh, not you.
Hey, buddy.
I thought we were out of zombies.
This one I did not kill. I guess this one left alive. All right. Well, and as you're seeing there, in terms of like myself and the Resident Evil franchise, if I end up ever using ammo on a zombie, I will keep it in because I don't want people saying, what happened to your ammo in scene 24 of episode 7 of the remake season? And
Remake.
I apologize if anyone actually sounds like that. I just want to make sure everything's consistent.
What
so
the hell,
we're gonna-
man? That is so insensitive.
Here we go, the last helmet key door. And this is, I believe, the last room we haven't yet explored of the mansion. Yay.
Yay. Okay.
Oh, this puzzle I remember being a little tense.
This caught me by surprise. I will admit, this took me. I thought, oh, I'll push, because for those wondering, when I was practicing this game, I was on the other side of this pillar. When I was pushing, I realized, oh shit. Now if I push it back, I'm gonna die because these things will. Yeah, it's not pretty. So I push this all the way against the wall. Go around this way. Come on.
Ready to play a little speed game?
Okay.
Yeah, because we gotta quickly run before this thing crushes us against the wall that it was protracting from, and they won't start pushing back until they reach the edge. So this is our time to quickly push it onto this square tile on the left, where the motors will then click,
Yeah.
Right into place.
and we're safe.
And
There
so
we find the flash
through
grenade.
this little hatch room, we find a grenade.
And the hole,
Grenada.
but no berry to pull us. But no hole, no berry to pull us free.
Oh no.
Honestly, if it weren't for
yeah.
Revelations 2 being a thing, you could honestly just argue that by this point Barry would have died.
Yeah. I mean, So there we go. There's
But
the
no,
last medal, the Eagle medallion.
They do confirm Barry lives, and also, fun fact, they fucked with the canon with the 3 remake.
How so?
Because the later Resident Evil games do confirm that Barry did save Jill, but they, cut that out of the 3 remake. Barry saved Jill in Raccoon City, was the helicopter pilot.
Right.
Really?
Which, I mean, now that I guess at the end of the day, it was a very arbitrary little addition when you stop and think about it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but even then,
It doesn't really add much of anything aside from, hey, look, Barry's here to save us.
fair.
Yeah,
I'll give you
Barry's
that.
back, everybody. Look,
Like,
he's all right.
I think I
our
may have-
friend Barry is.
I don't know if I've
moving.
heard
He's
It was
back again.
basically to confirm that the events of Jill's campaign and Chris's campaign were both canon.
Which, I mean, I'll just be completely real here and say that, in the grand scheme of things, I feel like they should have, if they really want to treat this a little more consistently, they should have just had it so that, depending on who you're playing as, the character you decide not to pick was your partner.
That's fair. Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
screw the whole Barry or Rebecca thing. Just have those two and have a more concrete plot. It's honestly a similar issue I have with Mega Man X4 in hindsight, where they could have very easily had Zero be X's partner and vice versa, even though I do, still like Iris.
yeah.
Despite how underutilized she is up until the freaking mobile game of all things.
Right. Also, I mean, we're talking over this bit here because I mean, it's a lot of its lore that we already are kind of aware. We'll probably read more of it into the sequels and stuff. But basically, this is the part where Trevor was caught. Trevor was cornered and unfortunately left here to die by Umbrella.
Yep,
trapped in his own mansion.
Like I said, he was completely used as a means to an end.
And it's even more messed up that while he was doing this, they experimented on his wife and daughter.
Yep.
By the way, you know that fine-looking lady that gave us a karate chop earlier?
Yeah. Oh.
Something tells me we're gonna see her again very soon.
And yeah.
Oh, hey,
sounds
Spider!
like it. I love at this point. I'm just like so like freaking like pedestrian about like oh yeah hey how's it going Ted? Yeah, don't remind me. I'm just going to the band.
Like for a minute, I thought it was just a wall decoration until I saw a Twitch.
Oh, freaking at this point, Chris is like, boy, they must really like the Spirit Halloween store.
Jeez, what a cheap place to get your decorations from.
Man,
oh, you calling sheep, honey?
And yeah, surprisingly, that does not deal damage. Like that's just like a nudge of hey.
Hey, give me a hug, big guy.
That wouldn't deal damage. It certainly scared me out of my devil named skin, though.
Well, it's a horror game.
Oh look! Oh nice, cool. We got a full heal here. Full heal here.
Which, no, I mean like if that would happen in real life is my thing.
You know.
Oh yeah, no, that thing was the size of your freaking torso. Go ahead.
I mean, speaking of the chills and thrills of Resident Evil, I actually have gone and watched most of a run through of RE Village, thanks to Super Butterbuns, and
who I introduced
despite
you
how,
to.
Yes, I know, but despite how nutso that game can get, I mean, it's still appreciated that they still know when to give the scares.
Oh yeah, look at this.
Boy, do they know how to still give the scares.
Oh yeah, no.
I got comboed into. I almost got comboed 3 times. Everyone died.
But,
or just fall right down.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, but I love that even though you shot one, it not only hit them both, but they both fell in unison.
That's a classic. All right, I
no,
turn on the power. I'm leaving. Goodbye, everybody.
But yeah, the whole thing with Butterbuns and all, or not Butterbun, with Resident Evil 8 and all that. My big problem is that people are going like, it's not scary. Now look at Resident Evil 7. That was incredibly intimidating and scary. I was not scared throughout 7. I'm sorry. I'm going to be fully honest. I was not scared in 7.
Now play VR.
I mean, 7 still had its...
VR, definitely it was creepy, and I was scared every now and then. I did play it in VR. It's amazing in VR.
Oh, okay.
But,
I mean, the way I see it, it's like RE7 and RE8 more or less something. I mean, despite how ridiculous it may be, still upholds very much the intimidation factor of the original series.
Yeah. The whole
right down, especially in RE8 when you have the fucking dollhouse segment.
Oh yeah, no, that whole dollhouse segment scared me more than the entirety of Resident Evil 7.
Well, I'll say and I'll argue it's because that's one of the big moments where I think what helps. Well, okay, it's not what makes Resident Evil not scary. I think part of what makes Resident Evil not what separates Resident Evil from Silent Hill, I would say, arguably, is that. The fact that I can do that. Is there a threat going near you? Do you have a shotgun with enough ammo? Then presto, you still have some control of the situation, whereas Silent Hill, for the most part, you don't have much control of the situation. You need to like run in that. In Resident Evil 8, in the dollhouse segment, you have no weapon.
Yeah.
So now you are, once again, I mean, it's why I definitely say things like, I would argue that Amnesia: The Dark Descent still holds up as a really good horror game.
Yeah. Which, don't get me wrong, Resident Evil does hold up as horror, but it's action horror. It's not full on.
Oh yeah, no, again, it's like it's like Aliens.
Maybe, it's kind of like B cheese, but in a good way.
Oh, so real quick, I just now noticed. I know it's just a transparent like GIF or a transparent like MOV or whatever, but I just noticed that those torches still look really nice, like the quality of that fire.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they really knew how to play around with their pre-rendered stills, even at this point.
I love how Donkey puts it, the Donkey Kong cheat, or the Donkey Kong. They snuck away around it, but it works.
Yeah, the Donkey Kong cheat. I mean, yeah, that's essentially what it was.
It works, and it's a solid way to like save on loading resources and make really detailed environments until they perfected the not perfected, but they enhanced the RE engine to be able to handle environments that detailed.
Well, I think that the RE engine is just absolutely incredible. So.
Oh, it is. Like I'm always being blown away by what they do with it. Anyway, so we come back here.
Actually, I will ask one real quick. Like, if not for an outright, like, obviously they shouldn't do it for like a full blown sequel game like RE9, because I know damn well they're gonna make one at this point. Yeah. But say if there's ever like, I don't know, Revelations 3. Do you think there would be a call for them to maybe try again with the whole, like, pre-rendered camera sort of situation? Like, depending, like, just as a gameplay element?
I don't think so. I don't think they would.
I could see it working if they tried something niche, but at the same time, I don't know if people would think it's cheating or not. Like, I would also say maybe if they wanted to make just a side game to save on the budget. What I could see working and being really interesting if they were able to pull it off, but I don't know if anyone else would like it as much as I would, because I'm a weirdo like that. Is I would find it interesting if they somehow found a way to either both in cutscenes and in the environments that you're running around in go full on FMV, like as in this area here, like imagine this.
They've done it every now and then in the games. Don't get me wrong. In the intro of the 3 remake, the intro of 1, stuff like that.
Yeah, they did that. So I'm saying, like, for saying like this, imagine if the area I'm about to walk into, imagine if these were photos of an actual set they had constructed. And they took photos of that set in real life and had that be your backdrop, so it's like, so it looks as realistic as it can. I don't know.
To be fair,
it's a niche interest.
You are explaining practically how the RE engine actually works.
How so?
The RE engine, its whole thing is that it takes photographs of already pre-existing, or at least really detailed stuff are photographs of already pre-existing things that I can't talk. They're already pre-existing, like, ready there for you. And I can't talk. Goddamn. I'll show you a video on how the RE engine works. Basically, all the stuff, like that burger in the 2 remake intro.
In 2 remake, yeah.
That they actually made that burger.
Okay.
They actually made it and photographed that burger.
To reference. Okay, makes sense. All right, well, with that said, thank you all so much for joining us. And yeah, as you're seeing there, we are almost officially done with the mansion. It's time for one last little detour with a few new surprises for the remake. We're heading to the underground.
Ooh. Tell us, everybody.
Bye.
Yeah.